Pay no attention to the man in the booth. I am the real Oz.
Is that loud enough?
How's that volume? Is that enough?
Well, I'm just here today after I heard on Channel 3 News this morning that they were going to have a meeting on Save Liberty Land, and I'm showing up today to give my support because it's a sad chapter in Memphis history that we allow this establishment to be closed up when it's the only amusement park within 100 miles of the city.
What's your name? Anna. So why do you want to continue to come to Liberty Land, and you're sad that they're going to shut it down?
Yes, I wanted this to be my first job.
Your first job? What'd you want to
Oh, Mr. Aviati, thank you for coming. Really appreciate you coming out here. Okay, well, good.
We need Liberty Land safe. Bottom line, we need it safe for our children. They don't have any decent place to go now. It's but Liberty Land,
which for 30 years has entertained children and their families, has given first-time jobs to area teens.
My daughter worked, I had four daughters with the city school, and they got their start from here at Liberty Land working.
We've obtained over 1,000 petition signatures of people in support of our efforts.
I got grandchildren and great-grandchildren, but I want them to know about Liberty Land.
And we want to work with the city of Memphis and the special ad hoc committee they've set up to study uses of this entire fairgrounds complex.
So when your lease holders say we don't want to continue, then you have this property and it's up to you to decide.
It's just like anything else, a commercial venture or an industrial venture. Once they come to you and say that we don't want to go ahead, and renew our lease, well, then you find another tenant.
The city has been unwilling to grant Liberty Land anything more than a year-to-year lease. This has prevented the people that run Liberty Land from being able to invest long-term in new rides and other improvements that would make Liberty Land a viable economic entity.
Yes, I agree that the rides are pretty antiquated. There hadn't been any new rides that have been, installed in many, many years.
We call on the city to make aggressive efforts to find companies which can take over Liberty Land and to be willing to grant such a company a long-term lease.
Too many people want to come to the city about this thing and that thing, but they want the city to subsidize. In other words, the expenses. Well, you can come to me and do the same thing, right, and ask for that if you can get the money.
We call on Mid-South Fair Incorporated to stop its efforts to auction off the Liberty Land legacy piece by piece. And finally, we issue a personal invitation to Mayor Harrington to come down here and ride the Zippin' Pippin' with us.
So Mayor Harrington, you don't think we'll ride the Zippin' Pippin'?
I'm not saying that he will not ride it. I just said I don't think that possibly he will.
Do you think the question will get to him?
Well, I'm sure with all this that it will.
Do you think I could ask him personally just to see what he says? I won't even ask him anything else. I'll just ask him that one question.
I think if you give him a call and everything and tell him who you are, he'll probably go ahead and respond to you.
I'll tell him Mr. Aviati sent me.
You tell him that's what I suggested that you do.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Same thing, I'm just putting it more in a diplomatic way, though.
Thank you.
Okay.
I believe it's not our responsibility to find an outside operator. We're trying to encourage the city to make aggressive efforts to recruit an outside operator. I think it'll mean more coming from the city than it will be from me, because who am I?
How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty good because everybody got to say what they felt about it, and...
Do you ever think about a career in politics?
No, not really.
Maybe you should. Maybe you can tear down something someday.
No.